Rodrigo Duterte, former Philippine president, is back in the headlines. In a new ICC filing, his lawyers are requesting an interim release, basically a temporary freedom from the custody of the International Criminal Court. The catch: they're asking for him to be transferred to another country, a third country, a refuge, if you will, while the ICC is still deciding on his case. Now, the filing does not reveal which country has agreed to take in the former president. But what we know is that this country has agreed, in principle, to accept him. So the question is this country really a haven for Duterte? Or is it just a stopover, while his lawyers try to get him completely out of the ICC's grasp? For their part, the ICC prosecutors said they have no objection to the request, which means they won't fight the request for an interim release. That much is certain. But where did this request even come from? Well, talks have been ongoing since his first court appearance on March 14th in The Hague. His lawyers have been talking with the court, trying to convince the judges to grant him bail so he can go home to the Philippines. But the prosecution was dead set against it. They argued that Duterte, if released, would not only flee the Netherlands but also resist arrest and evade trial. However, in a surprising turn of events, the prosecutors no longer oppose his release. What's more, his lawyers have submitted a letter saying that Duterte no longer commands the same influence or power as when he was president. They argue he's old, he's sick, and he's far from the same leader he once was. This is to convince the judges that he's no longer a threat, and that he won't use his former power to, quote-unquote, thwart the administration of justice. So based on these recent developments, the ICC judges will now decide whether to grant Duterte temporary freedom or keep him behind bars while the trial pushes through. This is a developing story. For now, the world watches and waits. That's all for now. If you want to know more about this topic, follow us for more updates. You can also comment down below with your thoughts about this. Like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our future videos. Thanks for watching. See you next time.